Hello, hello. You're with the Nasty Pastor, back with another full reading of the Love and Respect Experience. How everything going? Same thing with me. Trying to pull it up, trying to keep it up. And like, share, comment, subscribe. Go follow my pages on Facebook, my Twitter account, um, TikTok accounts. Pinterest accounts. Follow my social media. You know, I've been trying to progress in this reading, trying to keep it as truthful as I can, and it's been fun. I'm over three-fourths of this, and we're gonna keep this moving. We're gonna keep it going, and like I said, this is about awareness. This is about how to figure whether or not your marriage is worth keeping, whether it's not it's worth knowing, understanding this is the end. Let's get a divorce and stop hindering each other's lives. Stop tormenting each other. Sometimes people come in your life for a season, not for a lifetime. You know what I mean? They have, whatever that reason is that they come into your life, it's for you to pick your stuff up. Sometimes it's for you to pick another person up. You know what I mean? So let's get into this reading. I believe, where we at, chapter 34. The title is, Do You Seek to Understand or Only Want to Be Understood? That's a good title, right? Do you seek to be understand or only want to be understood? Alright. The verse comes from James 1:19. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Quick to listen, that means shut your mouth up when somebody else talking. Slow to speak, speak with understanding. Speak with facts. Speak knowing what you're saying out your mouth, and take your time. You know what I mean? You don't have to take your time. Get your words fluent enough so that people can understand what you're saying. Speak straight. You know what I mean? Don't go around the bushes. Don't go around the corner. Speak straight. And the last one is slow to become angry. You know what I mean? You have to if you view the last reading, I was explaining I do a lot of counting sometimes. You know what I mean? I learned to count. I learned to apply what I learned in the streets, hustling on these corners, to my anger, to a lot of things. You know what I mean? If there's a time frame involved, I learned to take that time, count, calm myself down, move on. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this reading. Battery going low on my phone, so let's get this over with. What, in your opinion, is the biggest problem facing most marriages today? Lack of communication or lack of mutual understanding? I say both. Sometimes you don't have both. You may get one and don't get the other. And then again, if you get one, because if somebody can understand you, you know what I mean? Y'all got to be communicating. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's physical, body language, or whether it's verbal language, some type of way, you're getting your point across. A lot of people tell me their biggest problem is lack of communication. Others wonder if they can ever understand each other. Some think it is impossible. As one husband said to his wife, well, I am blue and you are pink, so get it over with. I am not supposed to understand you. Obviously, he haven't gotten it. But fortunately, his wife had, and although she was hurt by his ultra blue comment, she replied, "Well, honey, what I got out of Emerson's teachings was that yes, you are blue and I am pink, but that means that I need to work real hard to think outside my pink box and try to understand blue. Not that I should just discount you because you are blue. This wife had a handle on what I think is the bigger challenge in marriage, gaining mutual understanding. Communication is certainly an issue and we spend a lot of time teaching about it. But as I say, in the language of love and respect, until Sarah and I understood that as a pink she speaks love and as a blue I speak respect. We kept riding the crazy cycle, however, when I learned to speak Sarah's mother tongue of love and she learned to speak my mother tongue of respect. We were on our way to mutual understanding, which the course leads to better communication. Note that I said we were on our way. We are still not completely there, but we are making excellent progress as we try to understand where the other is coming from by tuning our pink and blue hearing aids to the other's frequency. The tension evaporates, the crazy cycle slinks back into its cage, and we are good to go. Communication does that. You know, everything you did when you met your spouse, you know, when you met that woman, met that man, you know, you had to communicate to get the number. You had to communicate to get the, you know, if you got the vagina or if you got the pickle before you got married, you had to communicate to get it right. You had to communicate to even, how to put it, get down on one knee and ask, you know what I'm saying, your spouse hand in marriage, right? Alright then, you know what I mean? Why is it that when we, and this go for just simple relationships, why is it that once we get what we want, communication lesser? Why is it that when we get into these arguments inside of our relationship, communication get lesser? A lie make communication lesser. See, that's me. You lie to me, I don't want to talk to you too much more. You know, I'm gonna just go and be honest with you. You tell me no about something, my communication get lesser with you. You got what I'm saying? I back away from you. If I feel you a chatty patty, someone that always got to run your mouth, my communication backs away from you. The level of my communication, what I'm gonna talk about, how I'm gonna talk about it, how long I'm gonna talk about it to you. It get lesser and lesser. You know, I've never been a person to pillow talk. I've always been a person to say what I gotta say, move on. You know what I mean? I don't keep dwelling on the same. You know what I mean? Now, if I'm trying to prove my point, and sometimes your point might take a lifetime, because people are just that ignorant, or people are just that closed mind, not to understand what you're speaking about. They have no understanding, okay, this how this went, this how that went. I don't agree with the actions, but I understand the why. You get me? I don't agree with the actions, but I understand the why. Why he cursed her out. Why he may have put his hands on her. It don't mean it's right. Don't mean it's right. But you get it. See, that's me. I don't care what it is that goes on. I don't care if you have cheated on me. I don't care if you have stolen from me. I don't care what you have tried to do to me that has a negative action along with it. I really don't care about if you can sit down and communicate with me about it. To lie to me about it will fuse the anger. And a lot of people don't get that part about people. You know what I mean? There's people out here, I'm talking about impulse killers. They don't think about it, they just kill you. You got what I'm saying? Right in that moment, you're that disrespectful that they will take your life. Right in that moment, that one lie about the sky being red, they will take your life because they see the sky blue. You feel me? There's people out here that is wired that way. And you have to stop it some way. Or you have to be truthful in your communications. You know what I mean? Anywho, let's get back to this read. Another way to put it is that we have learned that it is more important to understand than be understood. Many couples remain on the crazy cycle to one degree or another because they keep insisting. If you would only understand me, as James today key verse puts it, be quick to listen, slow to speak, as one spouse listens and makes the other feel understood. He or she is in a much better place to say, I think I understand your side. Would it be okay if I explain how I see it? Remember, no matter what the issue under discussion is, the real issue often is love and respect. Actually, the old proverb, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Got it? You feel me? You don't scratch my back when I need a scratch. Why should I scratch yours? If you are never helping me and all I'm doing is breaking my neck, breaking my ankles, sacrificing everything in my life to make your life better, when are you going to sacrifice in your life to make my life better? See, that's a one-sided person that only see that I want your help, but you're not going to give no help. That's a person that like to receive and never give. Those type of people you get away from. You know what I mean? Get away. There's no way that a person in this world don't have something to give. You have a testimony. You have education in parenting. You have education in work ethics. You have education in you know, it's so much out here. You have education in, you have knowledge in, you have wisdom in. Everything not about a dollar. Everything not about a paper dollar. Some of the most richest things you can possess, the most prized things you can possess is the knowledge you carry inside of you. Come into play what wife will refuse to try to understand her husband's need for respect. If the first seeks to understand her need for love, and what husband will refuse to understand his wife's need for love after she seeks to understand his need for respect? For example, a wife wrote to tell me of how her husband had made one of those blue remarks that left her thinking, I can't believe he said that. Instead of getting offended, she calmly asked him what he was thinking when he said it. I let him know that I wanted to understand what I thought I had heard him say. He clarified, and sure enough, I had heard his blue thoughts through my pink hearing aids. I was thrilled to see how this open communication between us, it depended my belief that I can talk about my feelings and get clarification without being afraid of his response. Bingo. Instead of firing back to make sure her feelings were understood, she calmly tried to understand. With one simple calm question, this wife kept them off the crazy cycle and got the energizing cycle fired up. To paraphrase James' age-old advice, be quick to listen and understand instead of speaking your piece without getting your spouse's side of the story. Remember this little riddle. Why did God give me two ears and one mouth? He wants me to listen more than I talk. Simple and plain, right? Look, rest my cousin Andre Shelton soul, you know what I mean? He always had a saying, shut your mouth up and give your ears the same amount of time as you give your mouth. If you don't spoke for 5 minutes, it's time for you to listen for 5 minutes or more. You peep me? You get it? Two people talking, how can anyone hear the other one? You feel me? When you're arguing and both of y'all yelling and screaming at each other, how can you hear the other one? how can you fix any issue? How can your communication even get an understanding out of it if one of you are not the bigger person to say, you know something, go on. I'm gonna give you all the time in the world. Go ahead. And see, the thing about giving a person all the time in the world is speak. When you're finished, it's time for you to give that person all the time, all the time in the world to speak, to explain, or to just, voice their opinion. Either way you're explaining it, either way you're communicating. So what I'm gonna say is again, here go another old saying, you know what I mean? Treat others as you want to be treated, and that's a part of it. If you want a person to listen to you, you have to listen to other people. If I wanted my kids to listen to me without me yelling, screaming, cursing at them, don't I have to set the example and listen to them when they have something to say to me? Isn't it equal? Just because they're children, just because they're younger than you, just because you are their parents, don't mean they don't get the same respect as an adult get. You got it? That was me, you know what I mean? I never shut kids up. I never told kids shut the F up or shut up, you know what I mean, or get off my face, you know what I mean? If they had something to say to me, I've always explained to them, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. If you can come to me and talk to me intelligently, I don't care what you have to say. I really don't. You could be telling me everything I'm doing as a parent is wrong, but if you can display it to me or you can present it to me the right way, then we can sit down and have a dialogue, some communication, some understanding, and fix this. But the yelling, the screaming, the cursing, the everything is on me, and you're not willing to listen to me, then we ain't gonna get nowhere. We ain't gonna get nowhere at all. But anywho, I am the nasty pastor. We're gonna move on in this, like I said. Remember, this is awareness. Remember to like, remember to share, remember to comment, remember to go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Only Faith Ministries. And I need some followers. I do. You know what I mean? I really do. You follow me, I follow you. You scratch my back, I'ma scratch your back. Anywho, once again, as I said, you with the nasty pastor, and I'm out.